What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we are diving into the Halloween Cup. And I gotta let you guys know right now, I think this is the most fun I've ever had in Go Battle League. It is such a diverse meta. There are so many Pokemon that can be used, and yeah, it's just absolutely amazing. So I think the future of Go Battle League definitely is gonna have to rely on themed cups like this, because it gives us an opportunity to use awesome, unique, and amazing Pokemon that we wouldn't normally use in an open format. If you guys haven't seen my video yet on the best Pokemon in the Halloween Cup, be sure to go check that out. But we talked about Crustle yesterday. I let you guys know I invested in it, and what's great is it only costs 10,000 Stardust to unlock a second charge move, which is really awesome. And this thing's an absolute monster in the Halloween Cup meta. On top of that, Galvantula is very, very strong, and it's very good in open Great League as well, so that's definitely a great investment. And we're bringing Qwilfish today. I think Qwilfish has a lot of play with the meta that we are currently seeing. It can break apart some cores that we do see, that being like Azumarill and Alolan Marowak. We're running it with Water Gun, Aqua Tail, and Sludge Wave to give us some great coverage. You could run it with Ice Beam potentially instead of Aqua Tail, but overall it's really, really solid. So let me know what you guys think about the team, and after the battles we are going to be diving into a deep dive into the team and one of the battles to kind of break it down. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you guys are enjoying the Halloween Cup. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, getting into the first battle. Man, these battles were so much fun. I ended up going 7-3 with this team, so we're going to go ahead and check out. We have Crustle on the lead versus a Mawile. First thing you guys might say is kind of tough for us to face off against. We're going to go ahead and safe swap into the Qwilfish, and they're deciding to stay in a little bit. I think they're wanting to build up some energy, but they come into a Qwilfish mirror right here, which is really great because we are so far ahead on energy that we can actually flip this matchup if they don't decide to shield. So we're going to go ahead and go for back-to-back Aqua Tails right here, and if they do decide to shield right here, I'll kind of mirror the shield as well. But we're going for another Aqua Tail. This is going to be getting the Qwilfish low, and they decided not to shield, which is fine. I see this now as an opportunity to shield myself, because what I can do is potentially survive the double Aqua Tail that they're likely going to be throwing as well, and going to be able to farm down. So we are going to see them throw another Aqua Tail. I know I can survive this right here just based off of the damage that we're seeing in this matchup, and then I think I can win the race to the farm down right here, and yes, I can make it right there. So now we've successfully flipped the matchup, and this is why Qwilfish is deadly, everyone. It has access to Sludge Wave, because so many people are going to be relying on Azumarill to win them games that if you have great counters or pseudo counters like a Qwilfish right here, the Sludge Wave absolutely wrecks the Azumarill. Now we're going to swap into Galvantula, get ahead on energy, fast move down the Azumarill. Mawile is in the back, and we're going to go ahead and go for a lunge, actually. They do get off a charge move right here. I know this is Power Up Punch. It's way too quick to be a play rough, so it is going to be Power Up Punch, and we're going to go for lunge right here. They just boosted their attack, right? That's what Power Up Punch does. So we're going to try to lower their attack with the lunge and get a shield, which is great. What's also really awesome about this is Crustle can go toe-to-toe with a Mawile, especially when it's lower on health, right? Because the Smackdown does so much damage. I want you guys to really understand that I think Crustle is a staple in the Halloween Cup because of Smackdown right here. So Power Up Punch comes through. We don't need to shield. It's fine. The attack rose, but Crustle doesn't care. We're just going to be fast moving down, and basically that's going to be a good game. They are going to get off a last charge move right here. We're going to go ahead and shield and then just farm down, and that's a GG. This team is so much fun. These Pokemon are so much fun to use. And let's go ahead and move into the next one. So I'm guessing you guys are wondering, how do you do with like lead losses? Right there we saw Mawile, that's a lead loss, but we're going to see some other ones as well. So let's see this next battle. I believe this is an Azumarill battle. So let's see here. We have Crustle on the lead versus Azumarill. Yeah, so lead loss right here. This is what we do. We go straight into Qwilfish right here. So we're going to go ahead and go in the Qwilfish, get ahead on energy, and they swap into an Alolan Muck. If they don't have a hard counter for a Qwilfish, guys, you can flip this mid-game matchup so easily. So based off of reading this team comp, right, if they have Azumarill on the lead and Alolan Muck, I'm guessing they may have an Alolan Marowak. They may have maybe a Crustle. I don't really know, but we'll have to see. So we'll have to go for another Aqua Tail right here. And what's great is I'm overloading on energy right here to keep them on their toes and not know how much energy I actually have. Because what I want to do is come out of here with some loaded energy for that Azumarill that's going to come back in. Here comes the Azumarill again. And this is also why Qwilfish is so dang good. it can resist the charge moves from Azumarill. So we're going to go ahead and let this go through, right? It's going to be Ice Beam or Play Rough. It's going to be Play Rough. We resist it because of our poison typing. We're going to go for the Sludge Wave right here. If they don't shield, this is going to one-shot. And this is why Qwilfish is just so deadly in this meta. Boom, we just one-shot the Azumarills. And here comes an Umbreon. So we have a good game right there. Hopefully we can get to another Aqua Tail. No, we can't. Alright, so Umbreon's loaded on energy. The game is not over yet, but we're going to basically be sacrificing Crustle right here just to get all of the energy gone on the Umbreon and just kind of chunk with Smackdown, and then we're going to bring in that Galvantula. Foul Play comes through, some nice neutral damage, and then they go for a back-to-back, which is perfectly fine because this is where I'm now going to swap into Galvantula and basically win the match right here with even shield. So here we go, and my opponent understands that this is basically a good game. We're going to go ahead and go for Lunge. This is going to be doing super effective damage because of that dark typing. On top of that, it has a chance to lower the opponent's attack. It's a new move on the Galvantula. We get the attack lowered, and that's basically a good game. So well played to my opponent, but man, Qwilfish, everyone. Qwilfish is so deadly. Okay, let's move into the next battle. So we're going to take a look. I think this is the one of the teams where I lost against, and this is maybe where Ice Beam would have helped me out, actually. I think it definitely would have helped me out in this specific circumstance. Otherwise, Aqua Tail did really well against a lot of other stuff. So we have Crustle on the lead versus Gardevoir. Actually, no, it's the next game. So this is a tough matchup right here. Charm does so much damage in this meta if you don't resist it. But we're just going to go ahead and stay in this. Go for the X-Scissor right here to get a shield from our opponent. Otherwise, we're going to be taking out that Gardevoir. And we do get a shield, which is fine. And then we're going to go ahead and just try to do as much damage as we can. Now, Qwilfish, having that poison typing, is going to be resisting Charm. So we're going to come in with that and then finish off with Water Guns before they can get to a charge move. So there we go. We got a little bit of extra energy right there. And now they have a Haunter, which is really, really nice because Aqua Tail and Water Gun apply so much pressure to a Haunter. Plus, we have shield advantage. Again, just showcasing how strong Qwilfish can be. And what we're actually going to do is we're going to go ahead and shield right here. I'm reading that they brought in a Haunter. Maybe they have a Alolan Marowak in the back, so I'm going to go ahead and swap right here to Galvantula. And they're staying in, which tells me whatever's in the back is weak to both Qwilfish and Galvantula. Can we decide or determine what that's going to be? I think it's going to be Azumarill. Yep, there's the Azumarill right there. So we're going to go ahead and build up to back-to-back, or just one before back-to-back. We're going to go for Discharge. Like I said, this is not an Azumarill Cups. I said this yesterday in the video that a lot of people will run Azumarill, but Azumarill does not run this cup. The counters to Azumarill do, like Galvantula and Qwilfish. So we're going to go ahead and take out that Azumarill, and then the Volt Switches will be finishing off the Haunter right there, and that is going to be a good battle. All right, let's move into the next one. So I really encourage you guys to branch out of your comfort zone, and you guys don't need to run Azumarill to win. I'm telling you right now, you don't need to. So we're going to have Crustle on the lead versus Drifblim. Okay, so this is the game I was mentioning earlier where Ice Beam would come in clutch. So we have Crustle on the lead. This is actually a really solid matchup because we're doing a lot of super effective damage to this Drifblim, and they are going for an Icy Wind right here. That was only 4 hexes. I was counting. This is only going to be Icy Wind. If you're in that situation, go for the Shadow Ball, build up to 5, and now we're going to go ahead and apply pressure with Rock Slide right here. If we get a shield, that's really ideal for us, or obviously if we win switch advantage. I think both are pretty good because we can come in and farm with Galvantula now. So another charge move coming through. I'm debating. I actually want shield advantage with Galvantula and Qwilfish based on my past experience with this team, so we're going to go ahead and bring in the Galvantula and farm down for energy. And then we'll have to see what they have. So they are going to be bringing in a Shadow Gardevoir. So we're going to go ahead and go for Lunge right here. This is going to do quite a bit of damage and should be getting the shield from my opponent. And then look at how much health is already gone. That's just dangerous. So now we got to swap into Qwilfish, and they have a Shadow Victory Bell. This is where Ice Beam would have helped out. I could have gotten to Ice Beam right here. One-shot that right there. So, you know, a give and take with a Qwilfish, as we've seen Aqua Tail does so well in a lot of neutral matchups. But if you're facing off against a Shadow Victory Bell, you know, we couldn't get to the Sludge Wave in time, and they're basically going to be able to fast move me down. There's nothing I can do right here, even with 2 shields. So, well played to my opponent, but Shadow Razor Leaf and Shadow Charm is kind of broken. So, okay, let's move into the next one. All right, moving into the next battle right here. What I love about this team, too, is you can flip those bad matchups, and even if you land Crustle versus Azumarill at the end, it can still win. It's phenomenal. Crustle is such a solid investment, everyone, if you haven't done it already, and it's cheap. 10,000 Stardust to unlock. You can't ask for anything better. Now, this is where you start winning leads right here, right? You destroy Galvantula. absolutely wreck. So we're just going to be fast moving down. They decide to throw a charge move. I'm like, okay, I think I let this one go. Yeah, I let it go. We don't have to shield in order to win this matchup. We can just fast move down. So we're just going to fast move down, save those shields for the back end. Here comes an Azumarill, and we have 2 counters for it. And we're going to be bringing in Galvantula. But Rock Slide right here does some nice neutral damage in the matchup. Azumarill's going to be able to bubble us twice. That's very important right here to be counting. So they got 2 bubbles in. We're going to go ahead and bring in the Galvantula and start loading up on energy. Now, they are going to get to an Ice Beam right here, so I'm going to go ahead and shield. And now that they've used all their energy, we need to overload with energy. It's very important with Galvantula. We're not going to throw Discharge right away. I'm counting that's 3, that's 4, or that's 4, and now we go for the Discharge as they're doing the 5th one so that we can apply pressure and make them want to shield, in which they do, which is fine. And then I swap to Qwilfish to catch the charge move right here. Again, Qwilfish resists all those charge moves, right? Ice Beam, Hydro Pump, and Play Rough. So the Ice Beam will be resisted. We'll be able to farm down. They swap into a Muck, a Kanto Muck, which is actually pretty nice. Kanto Muck does have access to Thunder Punch, so you got to watch out for that. But Water Gun and Aqua Tail in neutral matchups, this is why Qwilfish can be so deadly for these neutral matchups just like this. So we're going to go ahead and shield right here. I know it's going to be a Thunder Punch, and I think I can get to another Aqua Tail in time. If not, Water Gun's going to do enough damage right here. So I do get to the Aqua Tail in time. This should be enough to take it out, but I think they have one more shield. Yeah, they have one more shield, so they go ahead and shield that, which is fine. Look at how low we're getting it. They're trying to over-farm on energy, but they can't. They have to throw right here. And even if this is going to be a Thunder Punch, right? They cannot get to a Dark Pulse in time, which means when my Galvantula comes in right here, they have to throw their energy, which is going to be another Thunder Punch, which we do resist, which is fantastic. And Azumarill has no health. So we're just going to be able to do one fast move, and that is going to be a good game right there. All right, let's move into the next one. Yeah, so what's great about Crustle with Smackdown is you absolutely wreck Alolan Marowaks and Galvantulas, which you guys will see a lot of. So we have Crustle on the lead versus Scrafty. Not a matchup I really want to stay in because Scrafty, when it gets ahead, it can really build up that damage with Power Up Punch. But they swap into Galvantula right here as I swap into the Qwilfish, which is actually decent for me because Aqua Tail is still going to be doing quite a bit of damage, and we get a shield from them as well. So Water Gun's really going to be pressuring. Hopefully I can get to another Aqua Tail in time. No, I cannot. Okay. So what we got to do is we basically got to come in with this Crustle and hope our fast moves can finish off before they get back-to-back charge moves. So here we go. We got off 2 Smackdowns right there. This might be a discharge, so I'm going to go ahead and shield this. It's actually going to be a lunge, so good call by my opponent, but Smackdowns are going to be able to take it out before he gets a back-to-back, which is great. Now we are going to see that Scrafty come back in, and I'm going to go ahead and go for X-Scissor right here. It's going to do neutral damage in the matchup, right? That fighting dark typing, but now I'm going to be swapping into my Galvantula and look to get ahead on energy, and they're staying in. Again, so many people are running Azumarills that they're deciding to stay in right here. Power Up Punch comes through. I've been counting the moves. It's not going to be a foul play. I'm going to go ahead and go for Lunge right here. Again, neutral damage applies a debuff or a potential debuff, and we get a shield. So I'm like, whatever's in the back is so weak to Galvantula, then I'm going to go ahead and shield right here because I think we can definitely win this endgame. So we are going to shield the Power Up Punch. Could have been a foul play, but I think it was just a bit too quick. We got to throw right away. I do not want them to get to a foul play and one-shot me. So we got to throw our energy and hope that we can win the fast move race against the final Pokemon. And it's actually going to be a Toxicroak, which is pretty nice as well because Discharge does so much neutral damage that it's going to be very close to be able to take it out. So we're actually able to get to the Discharge in time. It's going to be doing quite a bit of damage to Toxicroak. We swap into the Crustle for one fast move, and that is going to be a good battle right there. Okay, moving into the next one. I believe this is the final battle right here, so let's see how this one goes. This team was so much fun to run. Such great Pokemon. Let's go. Crustle on the lead versus Alolan Marowak. Another hard win right here. They got to swap out. They swap into Azumarill. Everyone's running Azumarill. We're running Azumarill counters. There we go. So we're just going to go ahead and load up on energy. This is another circumstance where we got to be counting the fast moves of Azumarill to get as much potential energy as we can before throwing our charge move. So there's 1 bubble, there's 2 bubbles, 3, 4, and then we're going to go ahead and go for the discharge right here. Again, to apply pressure to them, to want to shield, to try to get off another Ice Beam, or just let it go, and now we have energy on the back end for the Alolan Marowak that's going to be coming back in. Discharge does neutral damage in this matchup, and it can actually really devastate an Alolan Marowak if they decide not to shield, so hopefully I can get to another one in time. I could have potentially gone for the lunge right there, but I really want to go for the guaranteed damage in this matchup because Crustle and Qwilfish have such a hard lockdown on Alolan Marowak that I definitely want to get damage off. So we're going to go ahead and come in with that Crustle now. They do have a lot of energy. Shadow Ball will not KO from this range. If it's a Fire Blast, I mean, so be it, but I don't think it's going to be that. It's actually a Bone Club Shield Bait, which is fine by me. We're just going to go ahead and keep smacking down. Now, this could be a Shadow Ball, so we're going to go ahead and shield, and Shadow Ball can threaten from right here, and it is just going to be a Bone Club. So well played to my opponent right there, but they swap out, and they have Qwilfish on the back. This is... Did you see? It's already at 50% health. Crustle just absolutely destroys everyone. Smackdown, Crustle destroys. Oh man, it's so devastating. We're just going to keep going, and then I'm actually going to swap into Qwilfish right here on the charge move because they got to throw their energy, and it's actually just going to be a lunge, which is beautiful, and then we're going to be able to farm down, or not farm down, but we're going to be able to get to the Aqua Tail in time, and then this should be enough to finish them off, or get, I think they have one more shield. I wasn't paying attention. Do they have another? No, it takes them out, which is fine. Yeah, they didn't have any more shields. There we go. That is a good battle. So overall, man, this team was so much fun to run. Very impressed with this meta that Niantic has created, right? So many diverse Pokemon. This is just the first video, everyone. This is the first video, and I split my sets up today. I ran this team for one set, and I ran another team for another set, and both sets were just so good. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and we're going to go ahead and talk about the team now. Alright, moving into the team building section. We're over here on pvpoke.com where you guys can build teams, check out rankings, everything you guys need to know about PvP is here. We're in the Great League and the Halloween Cup. You guys got to change it. It's initially at all Pokemon, which is Open Great League. And then we're going to go ahead and check this team out. So actually, I think I already rated it. So overall, coverage, safety, and consistency are A's across the board. You guys saw that today. It has great coverage on the meta. You guys are going to apply a lot of pressure with fast moves and the charge moves. It's very spammy, but its bulk isn't very high, which is going to require you to sacrifice a Pokemon and keep shield advantage for something endgame, which we did a lot with Galvantula or Crustle today. And overall, the coverage, oh my goodness, it's phenomenal. This is why I'm saying Crustle is so good, guys. Do you guys see the coverages right there? The X's and O's. It beats like everything. It beats everything except for maybe a Mawile and an Azumarill, which we have coverage for, and we faced off multiple times today. And in tomorrow's video, you guys are going to see Crustle beat Azumarill like almost every single round. It's actually hilarious. So yeah, this team is really, really solid. We're using Galvantula as a cover. It's going to be a lot of the Pokemon and hard cover, especially that Azumarills. And we're utilizing Qwilfish on the safe swap to get ahead on energy, maybe fool them into thinking that, you know, it's not a counter to Azumarill. A lot of people may not know it has access to Sludge Wave, and as you guys saw today, I was able to land 2 of them, one with 2 shields and one with 1 shield, and it nearly one-shot him. So that, yeah, it's really, really solid. Overall, biggest weaknesses to this team? No weaknesses. Well, there are weaknesses, but man, this team has such good coverage. It's so much fun. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is great. This is one of the first times in Go Battle League where you look at your X's and O's and you have a cover for everything on the meta. That's why I scroll back up and we take a look. Coverage, safety, and consistency are A's across the board, which is huge. It's just lacking bulk, which is why I said you're going to have to sacrifice something and keep shield advantage because your coverage is phenomenal on the meta. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this team. Let me know what you guys think about it, but we're going to go ahead and dive into a breakdown of one of the battles and the decisions I made and why I made them. Alright, diving into the battle breakdown section. We're going to take a look at one of the first battles we saw in this video where we lost lead and how and why we were able to recover from that. So let's go ahead and dive into it. So this is going to be Crustle on the lead versus Azumarill. So first thing I want to let you guys know, this is a bad matchup for us at the start of a fight, right? Fresh game, Azumarill versus Crustle. This is not something you want to be in, but Crustle can handle Azumarill when health is chunked later on in the battle. So what we're going to do, you guys will see that in tomorrow's video, but what we're going to do is safe swap into our Qwilfish. We're utilizing it as a safe swap. And notice how they brought in a Alolan Muck. This is a neutral matchup for the two of us. But what's great is Water Gun does so much damage. And if they don't have a hard cover to our Qwilfish, then we can really flip this matchup and realign Galvantula to Azumarill and Crustle to whatever they have in the back. That's what's very important. So when I see this Alolan Muck come in, I already know I have to win this matchup. So if they shield, I'm going to shield. And Water Gun is going to do the damage for me, right? So we're going to go ahead and go for Aqua Tail right here. It does neutral damage in the matchup, and it's so spammy, which is why I'm running it with this team. And we get a shield right there. So since we got a shield from them, I'm shielding myself, because look at the damage between Snarl and Water Gun. We've taken out a third of their health, and they've only taken out like 25% of mine. And what's important as well is notice how I'm not throwing the Aqua Tail right away. That's very, very important, because it is in a one shield situation right here. So they may be inclined to not shield, which means I want to have enough energy on the back end to get to a Sludge Wave versus the Azumarill that might come in. So we're going to overload a bit and now go for the Aqua Tail. This applies pressure to them to want to shield or just let it go. They let it go, which is fine. Now I have enough energy right here that Azumarill is going to have to throw that energy in order to try to take me out, right? They cannot bubble me down. But again, what's great is Azumarill's charge moves, Ice Beam, Hydro Pump, and Play Rough are all resisted by Qwilfish because of the water poison typing right here, so we don't have to shield. We will survive it all, and we're going to go ahead and build up and go for Sludge Wave. Now, I want you guys to look at the health that Azumarill has, okay? Look at that health. That's nearly, what, about 85%? Maybe 80%? This is a Qwilfish, guys. This is a Qwilfish versus an Azumarill right here, and it's going to absolutely destroy the Azumarill. It's gone. It's deleted. Now, what's important with this matchup is to not bring in Galvantula right away. We just saw the Umbreon farm a lot of energy. Farmed me down with Snarl, which is a high gaining energy move. So what we have to do here, we know Galvantula can beat the Umbreon with the charge moves, but what we need to do is sacrifice our Crustle to soak all that energy they just stored up, then go into Galvantula in an even shield situation, because we have one shield, they have one shield. So what we're going to do is bring in that Crustle. They have so much energy, they're overloading. They're going to go for back-to-back foul play right here, which is fine by me. I'm just going to let it go. I'm chunking as much health as I can with Smackdown. There's one foul play. Going to do some more damage with Smackdown. There's another foul play. Now I have the open gate to come into a zero energy situation against this Umbreon with an even shield, and I can get to these lunges and do a lot of damage. Plus, we still have Crustle with a bit of energy. So lunge right here is going to be doing super effective damage because of that dark typing, which is great on the coverage. And then the attack fell as well. They're going to go ahead and let it go through. So that is a good game. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. These battles were a lot of fun. The Halloween Cup is absolutely amazing. So whoever created it from Niantic, thank you for this. It's so much fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope your guys' battles are going well. And like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.